I'm Tracey.
And I'm Tony.
We live just out of Wanganui and we're pretty active for our age. We get around and we love to ride motorbikes. We've been all over the North and South Island and clocked up thousands of kilometres. Earlier this year, in January, we decided to go for a motorbike ride over to the East Coast. So we're having a great day and a great ride, weren't we?
Yeah, we sure were. And then things turned to custard. We went through the back road to Wanganui. I came around the corner and there was 2 lines of gravel on the road that trucks had dragged out, and I thought, I hope Tracey sees that, and carried on. I got round the corner and looked in the mirror and she hadn't come, so I stopped and went back and unfortunately saw Tracey laying on the road and the bike in the ditch. There was no movement whatsoever, she was just laying there, and I pulled her helmet off and put her in the recovery position. Her eyes were open but there was no one at home. Yeah, it was pretty hard to take, you know. And I felt really helpless too. I went down to a house which was nearby because there was no cell phone reception and called for the ambulance. They arrived within about 15 minutes and assessed Tracey and decided that she needed to be taken to hospital as quickly as possible because of her condition, and immediately called the rescue helicopter. They arrived within about 30 minutes of the accident.
When we arrived on the scene, we could see that Tracey was in quite a bit of trouble. The critical care flight paramedic assessed Tracey's condition and decided, because Tracey wasn't able to protect her own airway, that a procedure that our critical care flight paramedics can do is rapid sequence intubation, what we call an RSI, which means that we can sedate Tracey, make her comfortable and manage her pain, and then we can manage her airway by placing a tube down her and breathe for her. During the flight to Wellington, we were quite concerned about Tracey's condition. She was very serious, and we asked the Wellington Hospital Air Control Tower if we could have a priority to go straight to the rooftop at Wellington Hospital so we could get Tracey through to the ED as quickly as we could. It was a relief for us as a team when we got to Wellington Hospital to be sure that Tracey was now in the best hands that she could be in.
When I was riding the bike between the crash and home, there was all sorts of stuff going through my brain. You know, like you just didn't know what the result was going to be. When I got home, I got a phone call from the hospital in Wellington. It was a surgeon, and he said she had a bleed on the brain, a broken shoulder and a lacerated spleen. It was pretty devastating. The staff down there said for the severity of her accident that her progress from being craned out of a wheelchair to be walking around on a walking stick is actually quite amazing. If it wasn't for the helicopter, I don't think Tracey might have made it.
We owe our lives to them, basically, a few of us, so yep.
You never know you're going to need them until you do.